We're back about half a second in, and I just gotta go change up some stream settings real quick. And I'm hoping that we actually don't have any more audio issues going on. Now let's go here. Twitch.tv. I know you can hear something if it goes on. I apologize. So raGe versus uPro Legends Clan. Alright, cool. Now we're back to 1v1s. Now it's gonna be Cast versus Smile. Yeah. Do we have a 2v2? Yes, we do. We have how many 1v1s do we have? We have 1 1v1, we have 2 1v1, 3v1. Okay, we're gonna have a lot of fun with this. I will guarantee you're gonna have a lot of fun with this. Let's just say we have a really, really balanced game types. Alright, Blue Storm. What's that? You hear that? You hear that countdown? That means we're about to go in game, guys. Woo! Alright, spawning out the top left, or top right, excuse me. It will be uPro Legends Multigaming Team's Smile, and spawning in the bottom left, it will be the orange Zerg. I mean the brown Zerg. raGe's Cast. I mean, I'm getting pumped up because my music stuff's getting really awesome too. The further this album goes on, the better it gets, in my opinion. Except for one song. One song's really bad. Much if you have like that one song that you really love the album, but there's that one song that's in the middle of it. It's just really not that great. The other thing is I don't really speak Japanese either, so I don't really understand any word they're saying, but uPro Smile. Nah, they have cast at CAS like once or twice. I don't really remember though. Okay, so what do we see here? We saw 12 pool, and then into 11 gas. Pretty much identical things that we saw from Smile. Well, we have a lot of people in here. How many? 2 offices. LT, last try team's in here too? Wow. Surprise. Ooh, so many wires connected to my head right now. Okay. So much for a wireless headset, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so, I mean, you hear the mining. Alright, do we have a creep colony going up? That's bizarre. I don't know what really told them why to go that. I mean, neither player really knows where they're going. Well, actually, both players, I guess it's just sham to get a creep colony. I didn't actually realize that, but alright. Now, what are we seeing here? We have an Overlord by Smile. a quick water break, and then we can pretty much go. I mean, CBZ, I mean, you guys can pretty much tell what the hell's going on here. Very, very standard. Now the player opted to go for this expansion down here, though. It's very interesting. The last CBZ I saw, both players did that. I mean, thus, you know, people not being able to punish it, but still, same principle. Alright, so, I mean, literally identical builds. Smile has 13 drones to 13 drones. This layer should be, well, actually, Smile's a quicker layer, but his macro hatch is slightly delayed as well. So thus his Smile should come up a little bit faster, so he's probably gonna have more meatless than Scourge. Because Scourge are more there to defend against when you have less, when you don't have the high meter numbers, which is never a good thing, but you try your best to go around it. Now what else are we having here? It appears we have two lanes out from Smile right now. Now they're making their way across the map. This is well, they're coming back. Sorry, wait, that's a lot of lanes actually come from CAS here. Now, is he gonna go really commit to these? I mean, they both have double macro hatches, so that is a possibility here. Like exactly, well, Cass isn't going completely all in, just building it. So now the players really committing to them. It looks like they definitely want to get up to these muted battles, these air battles, if you will. So that should be fun. Let's have a drone. Yep. Should be like nope. Sure, and I saw you had 13 HP left, 14 HP now, 15 HP now, but you get the point. All right, so these things are going to do okay. They must be like that. Link sound must be like going through the roof, though. Maybe I should just make it a tiny bit smaller. It'll maybe help a little bit so they're not as loud, so you can still hear me. Alright, 2 meters are out. 4 meters created this on right now. So if he actually does not have that, it looks like he actually won't win the link-on-link battle just because of the DPS of meatless. So now the Spire should be done. I mean, he'll have a lot of meatless coming out right about now. That is a lot, actually. He probably could have produced one more if he didn't make both Scourge because they're 25. So. That would have been 50, and he was at 50 minerals, so he probably could have created enough one more. Now it's really gonna come down to the micro of both these players here. These Scourge connect, it might be game over. I mean, that's what CBC goes. That's why I try to capture it on screen. Alright, oh my goodness, one Scourge connect, alright, he's gonna use the Scourge, okay. But, I mean, it's very difficult not to get hit by a Scourge. But if you're like on stuff, alright, so CS is really, okay. I don't like this right now because what's happening right now is you're having now CS doesn't have anything. He has 3 meters compared to 8. That really was not a favorable engagement right there. The Scourge did not connect. He didn't really attack with the Scourge, so I mean, what could he do? That engagement just didn't go well, and that's out of CPC. You lend yourself up to about a 7-minute game, and that's all about that one engagement. It's all about that engagement at what time, because it's so. If you're down by one, you know, if one engagement does not go in your favor, you lose the game. Unlike, you know, Protoss versus Terran, like we saw, you know, earlier today, you know, where the Protoss should have, you know, did like an Arbiter recall 4-3 position. They traded armies twice. He was still in the game. He didn't die outright. He probably was in a not a favorable position, but he didn't like just outright lose the game. So, good game anyway. Game number 2 will be on Othello, actually, on this map. I don't know about this map. Because the third is so hard to take, and well, actually, I might have a vague idea why he's doing this, but okay. I guess they just have ops maps, okay. Do not mind the teal and purple color. Anyway, spawning at the 10 o'clock will be the orange shirt, raGe's Cass here, who did not really have an optimal game last time, but he did choose this map, so you might have an idea. And Smile will be uPro Legends Multigaming team. Smile will be spawning at that 7 o'clock. Okay, anyway, getting back to the point here. Get a little overlay up. Yeah, the same players still in this. Nope. 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 Yep. Yep. Nope. Alright, there we go. So pretty much identical build so far. Both players are at 9. I didn't know I see he's directly overhead of that. Why don't you just go in the corner? Oh, he didn't actually kill it off, sadly. Yeah, neither player killed him off successfully. Alright, so it looks like we have 12 pool into 11 gas. Alright, it was 12 pool, then he... Don't you love these headphones? I hope I didn't go out for too long. This is so ridiculous, so stupid. Anyway, getting to the point here. Actually, let me just see something. I might be able to fix this. Yeah, there's no way to there's no way to just stop it from auto timing out because it doesn't think it's being used. But what can I do, man? What can I do? What can I do? Alright, anyway, getting past the point here, we do have TS going for some kind of pressure right here. Man, I cannot. Smile will be pressuring right here. Oh man. So a lot of these leagues are out here, but it looks like this base is actually somehow still alive, and he's droning behind it too. Do not forget that, man. He is up to 4. He's already ahead in drones. He'll be up to 16 when these drones pop. Yeah. But those are probably for creep colonies anyway. But yeah, CS does have speedlings out. Same thing with Smile right now. Now, if he's gonna be able to continue up this aggression, that's really gonna help. Put his player on the back foot. I still think this power generator is gonna be an issue, but I don't think he's gonna have any part of it. I think he's gonna put those seconds on here. But the thing though is, what that actually lends to is these links can just go around and around and around into the main base. Could be an issue. We do have 18 links to 18 links, so the difference though is that Smile actually has a increased amount of drones, which is bizarre. But the thing is, when he's able to get that extra gas, when he has his layer up, that Spire's setting up as well. We get the comparative times of the Spires. Smiles is a little bit more delayed, but you know, not by like a ton. So it's not where you would exactly want to be, but it's something that you're allowed to get past. Okay, it appears. Appears. Well, he's gonna. Well, I thought it was like his own power generator for a second. I'm like, why would you want to do that? Just puts you in a little bit more of a bad circumstantial area, but. Alright, so. We'll have a good amount of links right over here. Now we try to set up the best wall as we can. Right now, these links are back in the main base here. We may lose some of these drones here. Or he's gonna start by the Spire. If he starts by the Spire, that's gonna be huge. He's gonna lose Spire. Oh my goodness, that's huge for Cap right there. He stepped off of the Spire, and that's not to say that was not not a terrible position anyway. I mean, you only got half of it, so it doesn't really matter where you really put that as a Zerg. I mean, with that amount of lanes coming out, you are at risk of just basically vulnerable, pretty much. Okay, so now he has Meatless out. It's 4 Scourge, 2 Meatless to 4 Meatless though. Smile does have a fair amount of Meatless, but it's not, say, well, actually what he is though, these spawn locations, that fire, that actually is the most optimal there. Point right there, you know, let's put that to above. He really should have lost the drone, but I don't know, actually it's gonna be in a very weird position. 8 drones, are you kidding me? And a ZBZ, that's a ton, and he only has 50 minerals, so he can like produce so many. He's going there to do a ton of damage. The problem though is it's buying Smile a ton of time to, you know, get that extra base up, and I think he'll be fine. I think he's gonna be just fine. Yeah, but like I was saying though, these spawn locations are if you gotta get nitpicky, aren't exactly balanced. Because for ZBZ, because if he can get his Spire back there, where like 1 link, 3 links, but you have to micro so much more compared to where he can put his. Like, you put his back here, it's stupid because it's actually just more vulnerable in the back. So it's kind of silly. If I go to 8 drones, Smile's up to 12. Surprised he didn't take the time just to really drone heavy, but well, yes, you can. So yeah, I'm a little confused to why he's just not doing that. GG by raGe though. Just took damage. All right. I mean, from the episode. Sadly, 2-0'd. What have you? I mean, it can happen. Okay, let's see here. Now, so my mic doesn't go out again. So what does that mean? That was our first series, was it? Should have been. Let me write down our team right here. Yeah, that awesome chicken scratch I did. Alright, cool. Alright, going back to me now. Our next series is going to be between And also, wait, who won that? uPro did? Yeah, uPro did. Not surprising. uPro is on the, I believe, the higher end of this bracket. Foles versus Phillips. First game's gonna be on Blue Storm. Not surprising. Alright, you guys hear the countdown. We know what that means. 3, 2, 1. We're in game. Spawning on the top right as our purple Zerg, it will be raGe's MX here, and his opponent will be the red Protoss, making this a Zerg versus Protoss. It will be uPro Legends Multigaming Team Sturmai. I don't know why that name still sounds familiar to me. I have absolutely no idea. I have absolutely no idea, but... Well, Zerg tends to have the favored point in this, but I've seen it somewhat moderately more balanced. Just at least the games that I've seen. Now Protoss may want to go and do a 2-gate or a force fast expand. I mean, either way. I mean, you have to watch out for like really aggressive builds coming on the Zerg, because it can be very effective, because the lane distance, especially when you get like speed involved, it takes like 5 seconds from to get from point A, your base, to point C, the natural of your opponent who's expanding. I mean, cannons can try to do the most DPS as they can, but I mean, if you have like a dozen lanes coming in, I mean, 1 or 2 cannons really doesn't hold that off so effectively. So you need to be really careful. Oh, tried to delay this expansion though from MX here. So MX is not looking to go for a super greedy build here, or super aggressive. But this actually delaying it for quite some time. He's even pulled off two drones right here. Wow, that is a lot of time actually. That's very surprising. Alright, he should be able to put. Well, he actually doesn't have enough drones. He just put down a macro. He put down the pool. Looks like he's gonna try to go 12 pool, or 12 hatch, but it just wasn't working. Or 9 hatch might have been actually. But anyway, when Nexus and then Forge getting a little bit more greedy, just because, well, the pool didn't come down super fast. But we see actually, I'm sorry, the hatchery did come out on the 3rd, but that will not have gas. So most likely any kind of 2 hatch, if he was planning to go 2 hatch meterless, will no longer work, because you kind of really need that 2nd gas to really go that. But anyway, getting back into this, we do have some spawning pool coming up. We have a Forge and Nexus coming up right now as well. How many cannons does he have? Only 1? Second one. Oh, okay, he's gonna... I mean, I need to look at like a map and just figure out like how Protoss should actually wall this area off. I just don't think it's possible. The amount of room that you're allowed to work with, like, can you feel like make this tight with the amount of space you have right here? Like, I don't know. It looks really difficult. Alright, so it's gonna do a 3 hatch build. Mutas could be an option now, but it's gonna be, I don't think it's gonna be possible just because of this natural expansion being so late. Not only that, it tends to be, you tend to go Hydras, on this kind of build. But that's not to say you can't go Muta. Now what's Protoss gonna do? What's he gotta follow? Is he gonna start with anything? So he's gonna go something tech heavy, obviously. And I mean, still fairly early. So, but that okay, he's gonna have a cyber core coming up right about now. That's pretty standard timing up cyber core going down. The other thing though is I'm not sure if he knows, but he is very prone to a link red right now. Like he has A zilled out. If he got speed, which he probably has done. No, he doesn't. No, he's just starting. So if he got speed fast and then went for the 3S read, he could try to do a link bust, but I guess it's just not gonna happen. The timing to this game is so much different now. Citadel Stargate coming up as well. This is looking very standard. What this is going to lead to is going to allow for the Protoss to go take it's going to allow him to get +1 if you'd like to for his air or his ground. It fluctuates, so you don't even need to get it, but I mean it's encouraged to get upgrade. StarCraft, that helps a lot. You know, +1 on this normally means a really high commitment to it. May even, in turn, may lead to Reaper and Corsair, which is a very circumstantial unit composition for the mid game. You can't really pull it off in the late game because there's just Mutalisk and stuff out, but Scourge tend to play a big role because once they get the high, because Corsair Reaper is really a high harassment factor, which can work as Protoss. I mean, it's a valid strat, but the problem with it is that it lacks like a meat of a real army. So when when engagement happens, I mean, Reapers are great, but you need something to soak up damage while you're dealing out their mass DPS. And Reapers, I mean, you don't really want to be in a circumstance where you want to like pick off a lair with just like 2 Reapers. It's not a position you want to have. Oh, that so I got caught off guard right there. This villain has how many kills? 1. Alright, so it's 45. Whoa! He is not cut pro production at all. I'm surprised by that. Oh, it's 6 minutes actually. So I thought it was still 5 minutes. He's up to 40 probes already. Getting up Storm too, really fast Storm. Probably start around like 6 minutes, 30 seconds, 45 maybe. That's like the fastest Storm you can really get. But being like economic about it. Double Evo chamber. And fucking coming up with the natural expansion right now. It looks like it's starting to look more like a Hydra play, especially with that upgrade kind of showing some commitment to Hydra. So I'm gonna go with the 5-hatch Hydra buster. Alright, sorry about that. Well, anyway, past the point here. Now, I'm not sure if you guys can hear in-game sound. Apparently you cannot. Well, I've been getting this error. It's just not working for me right now. I can't fix it. I apologize. All I can give you is the in-game sound. Again, I apologize, but it's all I can do. I apologize. So let's see here. Get back into this. We have DTs out. We'll be able to slice that guy up in half. What else do we have here? What are my mics so loud too? Ooh. Don't really even get that loud. So DTs are out. What's it? 48 probes to 35 drones. There is a pretty big, difference here. He's definitely getting a high Hydra count. He's up to 16 now. He is supply blocked though. 61 supply down to 87 right here. This is not where you want to be. Okay, well, the problem with this is this Hydra timing doesn't work. This Hydra timing just does not work, and MX is not in a good. Well, that's probably did absolutely nothing. But more specifically, what we're seeing here is that this timing just does not work. I can't tell you why. Well, I can tell you why, because, well, Storm's out by this time anyway, so, you need to have, Spire up, which he has, but if he waits, he had 16 now, he had 16 before, he lost a ton of them. You probably have about 30 Hydra now, which can combat, Pro doesn't really lose much from that engagement, so what I'm thinking right now, as a Zerg, if you wait to engage, right, just wait to engage, get your meters out, get the ability to snipe off the High Templar. The guys that do what's really hard counter it, and then Protoss is at a dangerous position here. He's gonna go again. He should just run away right here. But it looks like he's just gonna want to engage here. I'm not really sure if I agree with this, but yeah. Oh, he's just getting completely concaved in, getting pincered in. He's just losing. Look how many Hydra are dying. You look at the blue flames that are coming up. None. These zealots are just not dying. They're all weakened, but they're not dying. Like, that's the thing, though. Like, that's the important thing to know. That's the thing you want to take away from this game right now, guys. They are not dying. Zealots are not dying. They have 1-1, okay, but still, they're still not dying, okay? Hydras may have an upgrade advantage, but you need these Needles out. But the problem though now because there's like no Hydras out on the field. Well, now there's 20. There's actually more, but because there's not like 40 of them, now the DPS of that army is really bad. And not only that though, he doesn't have the, instead of reproducing all the Hydras, maybe you don't need that many Hydras, but now what you have to talk to yourself is like, well, okay, what do I do now? But now because you have to resupply your Hydra numbers, you don't have enough to really invest into any kind of Needless, which he does. I'm pointing that out right now. He does have enough Needless right now, but he's not building them. And Protoss just took their 4th base, and Zerg still have 4 base. And Sturmman is playing this very well. MX really is not. He's getting himself upgrades. I really like this though, but still, you need to get those Needless. You need to get those Needless out to really deal with these 3 High Templar here. Look how fast those die. He's down to 12 Hydras now, and he's even got to storm. He's got to storm the mineral line here. And the problem is this map tends to lead to very like choke point oriented areas. And this is why maybe Zergs aren't doing so well on this map. GG by MX right here. But still getting past that, I can't. Those engagements were just a complete one-sided Sturmai. He didn't like lose any units every time he engaged, and then he just took his 3rd and 4th bases, and bam, Zerg can't do anything about it because they've lost too much. Very simple, very beautiful, but what can you do? All right, so next game again. I apologize for not having. Ow. Okay, let me take this out. It's starting to crap up my ears a little bit anyway, but Yeah, so I shouldn't actually block out. There are no in-game FX. I cannot fix it with this headset. I will try. I will try. But so far I've tried every known issue that I can. I've tried putting it into a different audio mixer, but the problem now with that though is it works. But this guy, after about, I think about 5 to 10 minutes of inactivity, it turns off, and it takes like a minute and a half for this guy to turn back on. And even if I'm plugged right into this guy with the cord, it just doesn't work. So hardware issues. I wish I told them in the end of the box, incompatible with Broodware casting. We should set that on there. But I did my best. Next map's gonna be on Othello. Now this could actually, I could tell you why he's gonna be doing this map. Alright, so spawning here at this, I want to say 10 o'clock? Say 10 o'clock. Be the Teal Protoss, uPro Legends Sturmai, who won last game. Not bad at all. And his opponent will be, raGe's MX will be the Yellow Zerg. So, what this is going to lend to is when there's a destructible debris that you can take out, and I think that's what he's gonna try to do, because what oftentimes is, unless we're gonna be seeing Protoss one base into Corsair, which is more than, I mean, it can happen. I mean, it's not more than likely, but it happens sometimes in a great while. And if that happens, then this strategy's not gonna work. And Starmine may know about this, but he may not. Well, I'm talking about this destructible debris right here. He's going to be putting down that pylon right about now, so it doesn't look like he knows about this. Take this off. You can do a Ling Bust, and you can do a lot of damage. Hydrogen Bust, same thing. It's still a choke point. I think it takes about 3 storms to get like all the area around it, but still, it's a lot more storms than 2 that you're normally used to in a choke point. So if you take that out at being a third player, you do have that ability to do some damage. It doesn't appear up when we're not on it, but to have no fear, it is actually there. Alright, so we do have MX will be... So Sturma's gonna get the least location. And also keep in mind, I mean, this also affects the Zerg too, but your third base is really hard to take. Very, very open. Zergs like this, they can really like take a counter fits. They don't like it on them, well, because they can die very quickly from it, but the fact of the matter is that you get what I'm saying. There's a gas. This one's a little bit more safer, a little bit more secure, but if you really want a base, you're better off taking like a natural and then take the bait base when you can. But will that happen? We'll have to see. It's better to take closer off expands because of any kind of aggressive opponent will somewhat tear you apart behind it, but we'll see. He does have a forge coming up right now, so he's gonna be doing a forge FE. Remember, guys, like this will mess up the wall if it's taken down. And lane, it only takes about 1 lane to kill it off. 2 lanes at the early part of the game here. Is he going for that Ling style? Well, he has put down an expansion right now. I wasn't really being too nitpicky about what MX's build was, but if he's gonna go speed, he may go quick layer. He could go 2 base. Well, it looks like, I could be wrong, but it looks like he's about to do some pressure. As there is no third expo coming up, and he does have speed, he's gonna be going. I think that's the right thing to go in this map. I mean, there are cannons for sure. The problem though is, I'm not sure if he knows where his enemy is, and not only that, he hasn't started attacking that, and these cannons should be in range, so this attack may not even be effective anymore. And all of a sudden this music got really, really loud, so that's a bit better. So so you guys can hear me a bit better. But you guys get what I'm saying, right? I mean, if you can take this off, well, I don't know what that guy really wanted to kill off that part of the power generator, but we do have a simulator coming up right now as well. Still no third base. I'd have to expect the follow-up's gonna be 2 Mutalisks. That's the only really logical positioning here, unless he's gonna. I mean, Ultraling with two base Mutalisks isn't like. Well, the thing is, it lends to itself being like ultra all-in because I mean, there's only one really like tech path out of that, and that's gonna be Greater Spire with Guardian and Devourers, but you probably don't even need Devourers. But the thing is, in standard, Protoss fashion, they get Coursera. So I mean, he's even anticipating this game busted down anyway. I mean, he does have a fair amount of links out on the field. Do not mind that. Yeah, I mean, he has 22 links out on the field. He really doesn't have any drones too. Yeah, he's really cutting drone production. He's really spending all of his larva on that. His Spire's coming up right there. If you guys can't see it, it is right there. All right, here we go, guys. 17. He may just link bust it anyway without taking this out. And yep, they're gonna be in the main base, guys. And damage has been done. I mean, his Stargate isn't even up. He needs to kill up probes. I don't know why he's not killing up probes. Why? He doesn't just. I mean, I guess it's just the pathing of Brood War, but. That Lingbai could have been a lot worse. Indirectly losing mining time as well, but he should be able to get back to those fairly quickly. Now Mutalisks are going to be out though, so yeah, it's going to be going 2 Mutalisks. I mean, on this map, I mean, it depends. It depends if he can get up a high enough Corsair number. If he can, then this is going to be hard countered. If it comes out fast enough, which it looks like it is, with only 1 Corsair about to pop out, it looks like he can be okay, as there are no Dragoons, but he's getting a lot of cannons up because of the Ling run by. Sometimes sometimes you don't want to have that happen, but sometimes it affects it. More Scourge are actually out to deal with the Corsair, and if there's only 1 out, which there is, problem though is he's kind of vulnerable right now. He doesn't have anything in his base to really defend his overlords with. Alright, here we go, guys. He will have. There's only 1 cannon in the mineral line here. He's gonna be able to kill off a lot of these probes right here. Let's get up that tab. He's up to 27 right now. He's lost 2 of them so far. He's lost 3 of them. He's drawn down 24. And quickly, that Corsair will scurry his way back to base. He's lost 7 probes so far. I just want to put that out. Yeah, I mean, Sturma has not been really good that great. Why are you? Well, GG by Sturma right when the pylon went down. Not surprising in general, but. Alright, so that game, not bad. I'm digging it. That Ling run by wasn't as what I thought it was going to be, and he didn't either. He was messing up his own AI, or the game was. Those Lings could have done a lot more damage if their pathing wasn't really super effed up, but that's a whole nother story. But then that followed up with Mutalisks. The one thing I could say about MX. I think a lot of Zerg should be doing this too. I understand that like Mutamicro is like a really hard thing to do, and I mean I can't do it. But something to note about it though is if they have Corsair, and if you're doing 2 Mutalisks against a Protoss, and they have Corsair, which they're going to have if they're doing if they have a general consensus of how the meta goes right now, they're gonna get up those Corsair numbers. I mean they're just really awesome and really awesome. They do splash damage too. Zerg should start splitting up their Mutalisks, and I think by doing that, I know a lot of people do, hotkey 5 as their button, as the further hatchery, and then I mean, you don't have to worry about queen injects or anything like that. So I'm trying to think. And then you have like, you know, your overlords is like 1, 2, and 3 or whatever, whatever your hotkeys are. But like, you know, 2, 3, and 4 can be your army hotkeys. 1, 2, 3 I recommend. But anyway, getting to the point. What this lends to is that if you have 1, right, as your control group for your overall mutalisks, and then you split that up by doing 2, or like if you have 5 mutalisks, you put 2 in one and then 3 in the other, or what have you. So you could still mute a micro with 1, but you could split with 2 and 3. So the Corsair don't do as much damage, and then you can eventually individually spread them out, but making it much quicker. I don't know. I just thought it was just an idea that I could just try to lend out. But we're just thinking Pathwood. Game 3 will be on Fighting Spirit. Probably in for a macro game. Not surprising. Because, well, it's Fighting Spirit. Spawning in the top left, it will be the Brown Protoss. It'll be raGe's MX here. I mean, sorry, uPro Legends Multigaming teams, Sturmai. Right now it is 1-1. I've yet to update the overlay, and spawning in the bottom right, it'll be the white Zerg, raGe's MX. Alright, so, getting back to this. Oh. So you can actually hear stuff. I apologize. I just muted everything. So Sturmai is going... It's cross positions. He's going to be forward SEing. Unless he's got a 2-gate, which can happen on these spawns. It's not recommended. It's not safe, but... what have you. I think they've lost whoever their other ally was, but Gene is still actually spectating. Man, well, that guy's been spectating a lot, actually. The more I think about it, but... last try team with Gene. I guess he just likes to spectate games, man. So what do we have here? We have a 12 hatch. So it's gonna be hatch before pool. Not bad. No, I'm digging that. So he has an overlord staying along the locations. He's gonna have to drone scout. This map's so big, it tends to lead to drone scouting anyway. I mean, Zergs, do they need to? I mean, how much I hate resenting to say this, but I mean, sometimes, I mean, unless like opponents known to go almost like a super adept player, sometimes they just tend to go for more of a standard build order. You know, their standard. You know, if you watch VODs, I mean, someone like Combat X, you know, back in the day, like, that guy cheesed all the time. But yes, you're gonna scout him. This isn't like super urgent. I mean, most of the time you're gonna see a Forge SP. I mean, you got a little greedy, you went Nexus first. Put down a gateway, then Forge. I mean, you got a little bit more greedy, but I mean, like, what can you do to punish that? It's not a location. It's actually gotta expand to the north. Expanding to his opponent. None less interesting. So it's 1-1 right now. So it's like it's an ace match. It's gonna be good. And I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. At least in my eyes, it's gonna be a lot of fun. Because well, it's an ace match and it's fun. All right, so I mean, Zerg, what are they doing right now? So they have 13 drones to 18 probes. 1 gate up so far. He's gonna even put down a cannon right now. Back at home base, he's gonna be putting down Cyber Core. That is fairly standard 345. I remember that timing specifically. I don't remember why, but I was back with like D-rank team league, man. That's old. That's about a year old now, or 6 months old now. D-rank. It's been a while since D-rank team league has been active. But I will be a caster of that in about 2 months, or no, sorry, 2 weeks. Apparently I have a grace period because the finals for this actually I think can be played for another 10 days. So, yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna cast because this is actually the last stuff I'm gonna be able to cast. Generally speaking, I'll see what I can scrap up for casting, but Stargate's coming up right now. I don't know why MVP Walk always talks. I really don't understand what the point of this is. Why he's always talking to you. I mean, I love MVP, man. He's a Walk player, but he tried to recruit me into his team, but I just had no part of it because, well, I play StarCraft 2. I'm a Brood War caster, solely a Brood War caster. And all right, so these Zealots are gonna be coming in here. Should be able to clean them up. I mean, so be it. Well, I'm in the middle of a cast because, well, I'm TV, and the only reason why I'm ever online is to cast because, well, let's face it, ladies and gentlemen. F. I don't. Oh, Zealots are gonna get picked off right here. He's kind of doing a nice micro right here, but too many lings. The pathing of those Zealots just took too many hits right there. We do have very, very standard. We have, well, actually, whoa, hold on, okay. Okay, see, if that Corsair didn't come out, it'd be very interesting. So he's added 4 gates with Templar Archives. He could go for a Zealot pressure. Probably to attack, probably punch this third base. That's probably what he's gonna try to do. Will it work? Depends on the link numbers. It depends on how good his micro is. Depends on a whole bunch of factors, but we'll see if it's gonna execute well. That's the word. It depends on how he executes. That's execute pretty much hold all that together. Alright, Corsair has implanting a blue wart onto the Overlord right there, and that'll be his first kill. Ow. Alright. Oh, that's gonna be a lot of link coming in! But it's not enough. It's not enough to damage it enough. Link will be going down to the south. There are Scourge out at, will they be able to connect though? Yep. The Overlord left with 45 HP. We do have a lot of links out on the field. I mean, I have to assume. Nah, so I mean that's all he can really have. Wow, he's going really gateway heavy right now. What's his probe count? Wow, he's up to 41 already. I was getting amazed by that when I checked in 7 minutes. 41 probes. Whoa. But he has an Archon out. He has a lot of Zealots, so I mean, Mass Link's not gonna work. And I mean, his Hydra upgrade. He's taking Lurker, so he's not even going for a Hydra buff, which is quite bizarre. And his drones really aren't that great right now. DTs are out on the field right now, and there's really none to be in sight right now. MX is not really doing too well right now, in my opinion. This push, well, I thought he was going to push, but it looks like he's just going to lay a little more defensive. We'll see. Mutas aren't terrible against Protoss, but they aren't that great either. CD has 5 kills, but it's Ling, so don't get all up to the ante right here. We'll be trying to target fire this Archon. The Archon will fall. Or will it? Will it? It does not actually. All it needs is the shield battery and that guy will be good to go. And they do regen like all their HP eventually speaking too. So we're up to what, 5 gates now, 6 gates, excuse me. I believe he probably already has charge done. Yep. or speed, excuse me. So he's gonna try to attack this third base here. Putting down a hatchery, so it's gonna be like a really delayed potential Hydra bust. Or he just, I don't even know what he's trying to do. I don't know what MX is actually going for. I mean, he doesn't have lair, he doesn't have hive started, and he doesn't have a queen's nest on the way either. So I don't know. If you get scared with the Overlord, that means DTs can do a ton of damage. This third base is gonna get killed off, guys, and he cancels out that hatchery good enough. But this is what Protoss can do now. Get enough army. What's the army tab right now? 5 Templars, 16 Zealots, 1 Archon, 2 21, 2 1 Circling, 1. He has nothing. MX has nothing. He has A Ling and he has A Meatless. And he's A getting up Hydra. But now, because he's behind a wall, I don't know what he's saying. Crying though, he has double T, sadly. But this should be the final blow. Okay, why are you storming your own units? That's when you realize what manor storming, maybe? Well, he has to have an obs out because he can see that DT. GG by MX. This is probably gonna be my last cast of the night because, well, I've done a lot of games. I've done probably at least 5 hours of casting tonight. And I'm really quite tired. And I need to do some StarCraft 2 stuff. But all right, guys. So Stermite won. I think he probably should have won. I think he's outplayed MX in my opinion. But guys, well, thanks for watching again. The other thing is I'm kind of sick of this audio level thing. I'm gonna try to work it out. But for the time being, guys, have a nice day. You have a lot of VODs to watch. Just skip over the audio issue parts. I mean, they're only probably like 3-4 minutes at most per time. So there's a lot of content in the 5 hours that I've done. So guys, thanks for